Hi, you guys. OOTD today. OOTD, 6-year-old. What do you think, Beanie? He's having his food. We're doing a quick vlog here. Well, I tried that meek and mild thing and it didn't work for me. I'm meek and mild in my soul, but my personality is kind of artsy-fartsy. So I'm wearing earrings today. Wearing some earrings. I never wear earrings and it's so fun. And I've got on this dress from before, and Beanie wants his treats. Are you ready for your treats? So you guys, oh boy, I won't try to explain to you everything that's been going on, but I'll just say it in a nutshell. I don't even know what I said before, so you know something's going on. When Debu Love cuts all her hair off. So anyway, this relationship, this guy was pressuring me to shave my head. First it was cut it, dye it brown, strawberry blonde, then brown, then darker brown, and that's not enough, and then cut it, and then cut it, and cut it, and cut it, and cut it, and then, oh, that looks like Three Stooges, and they'll cut it, and then shave it. Okay, then you go to yourself, what in the world? What in God's name is this person thinking? What in the hell am I? Oh, but this is for your, you're making a sacrifice so you can help, do a movie. It's like, and then my psychic friend calls me up and says, I'm having all these dreams that you're getting pressured. You're out in the sea. You're swimming around. And you're on the precipice and about to make a decision, or you're about to do something about it. Whatever. I said, yeah, I was about to shave my head. She goes, do not do it. I said, well, this guy's pressuring me. She goes, he's a narcissist. He is not a good person. He's a psychopath. He's sadistic, like 50 Shades of Grey. Don't do it. I'm like, I don't want to. And she goes, he's not what he says. He's saying that he loves just you. He's like his father. He runs around. He just wanted to conquer something he couldn't have, and was titillating, kind of a, like, let's destroy this thing. And I said, I feel that. And she goes, 100%. She goes, his ex-wife is relieved that she doesn't have to, be abused. I mean, some people just really, and I'm not saying that I don't get off on sexual kinky stuff, like a man dominating a woman, but when it comes to like severe stuff, when it goes too far, I mean, water's good, but too much water's bad. A little domination's good, but too much is, what do you think, Bean? Where's your treats? He's like, where's my treats? What the hell did I do with them? Oh, you're there. Okay, I'm a little distracted talking to you guys. So she said, dye your hair back blonde. Take back your power. Now this person was like, if you have blonde hair, if you have hair, like, we all know the all-seeing one eye, but when a girl has hair beside her face, it's just framing her face, and it's natural, so I put a little clip-in extension, a little extension, because my hair is so butchered off, to kind of create an illusion of hair. And I am an illusion. All girls, gild the lily, and in this person's mind, any sort of glamour is trying to be bigger than God. We're trying, idols, you're worshiping idols. Vanity, one of the 7 deadly sins, which I understand. Idol worship, like worshiping Lady Gaga and the star system, and vanity, person that's like, oh, look at me, I'm so pretty. But if you make yourself pretty and get on with the day, and or if you're already pretty, when you're young, you're just already that way. But when you're older, you kind of have to finesse it along, if you will. Little makeup, little highlights, maybe some extensions. My hair didn't really need extensions, so it was a little thin. But so I just think that humility, if you wear it like a badge, look how buttoned up I am. Oh, look how my hair is in this perfect little, look how I wear no makeup, look how I have no jewelry, and then it just becomes kind of an arrogance of its own. So anything too much, it's like, you have art on the walls, beautiful art, but it doesn't mean you're trying to be God because you have art in your home. And the interesting thing about this person is this person drives a bazillion expensive as hell car, sports car, red, gleaming. and has a lot of cars. And it looks at it as an investment. If you pay a lot of money for it and it becomes an investment, then it's okay. So if you get a haute couture dress that costs $50,000, well, that's an investment. It'll stay a work of art forever. It's like, well, an investment doesn't justify, vanity. And are you getting off on it even if it's an investment? Hold on. Beanie's getting his treats here. So my point is kind of hypocritical. Also, this person who talks about being godly and meek and everything runs around on his significant other and misleads the girlfriends that he has that you're the only one while he's diddling around with everybody else. And his dad did it too. This is what my psychic told me. So, what I'm saying here, I'm not going to say who this person is, but what I'm saying here is that, we all feel entitled. They go, oh, a narcissist is a person who feels entitled. Well, we all feel entitled to some degree. Like, I worked really hard. I'm entitled to rest. I worked really hard. I have a home. I'm entitled to have privacy. I'm entitled to nice things. So anybody that thinks they don't feel entitled, like that's just a villainous word. We all feel entitled because we worked hard. We feel like we deserve that car. We deserve a nice dress. We deserve some pretty earrings. It's like, so I have to say this person, even though this person was very abusive and a little off, I coming in contact with him and his world changed me as a human being and made me better. I don't have as much crap on my necks, a little less makeup, a little more wholesome appearance. And so some of what he said rubbed off, and that's a good thing. Not completely, but I didn't lose myself. So my psychic said, if you go with this person, you'll just be a shell of yourself. It will only last 3 months. And then you'll be left isolated and abandoned. No creativity, because this person wants complete and total, control. And everything revolves around him. And she said, the fact that you are a powerful woman, a bright light, drew him in, but he was jealous of it, the power of it, and afraid of it, and wanted to destroy it. So it's human nature to want to dominate, especially men. But a really, truly powerful man allows his woman to be an equal. And so he gives up what he wants, and he doesn't have to, in the bedroom. But we all, women submit, men go in, so there's a force coming this way and a force that's receiving it. So you can't just both be, some men like to be submissive or mix it up. Some men are equal, kind of half and half. And, but she said this person really likes it, like sadistic. And I said, is he venting just his feelings about the difficulty of his life because he's in such pressurized, stressful, excruciatingly pressureful, like life-threateningly pressure for humanity? And this sounds so far-fetched, but it's really true. There's soldiers that go out and risk their lives, and there's political leaders and stuff that risk their lives, and they're heroes. They're truly heroes, but they pay a price. They pay a price. And so she said he's mind controlled and to not even be able to have love, because a person that has love, like Nikola Tesla, I heard castrated himself so that he wouldn't be distracted by love and taking up his time in relationships and sex and all that stuff. So I don't know if that's true or not. Might not be true, but oh, Beanie's so happy. So, if you have a powerful person and they're in a position, they don't need another person, because once they fall in love, that other person's will becomes important to the person that they love, and they don't want that because it complicates things. So, not that I care about all that stuff. But anyway, she did say that he would have love, and I'm glad. It's just not going to be my love. And I'm glad, because it just wasn't a fit. It's like I'm a homing device. I'm a like tuning fork for abusive relationships. So I just bring them in. I'm flattered that somebody of this magnitude would even find me attractive or desire me. That's like, I'm not used to seeing earrings. Like, oh my God, what is that? So, yeah, kind of cool. Kind of, I know it's a little bit of a disappointment now that the big hoopla blah is going to move on. What are you doing? You don't get any more. We're going to go outside, but you, okay, let's go. Come on. Is it time to go outside? All right, let's go. One sip, really quick. So, so yesterday I didn't shave my head. Thank God. It's all butchered up, and it was brown. And she said no. So it's nice to be. I mean, I sprayed it silver, so it's a little silver. It's actually more like this yellow color up here. But just experimenting and kind of excited about. She said you're gonna live here for like 2 or 3, a few years, and then we'll move separately. Then I'm gonna marry a guy and raise his kids. She goes, you're never gonna have children of your own, which in a way is kind of a relief because, dear God, it's like, I mean, it's painful. I mean, I wanted to do that, and I was kind of promised that because med beds are coming, you guys. So, but it's a huge, huge responsibility, and I do want to create. What am I getting here? What am I doing? Bean. Oh, I'm getting my estrogen. That's right. Okay. At my age, you got to take a little extra because it depletes at 60. You know, you don't want. It keeps you from getting brittle bones and other things. So, yeah, I'm a little, you know, when you're riding high on like endorphins of possibility of love and the thoughts of getting sex and, you know, these kinds of romantic communications, very exciting. And so to lose that is a little bit of a come down. But you know what? If it's not right, it's better to nip it in the bud. And I'm glad that I had the good sense to follow instruction, because I could have just said, well, I want it anyway. And there's a part of my brain that does want it anyway. That's the sick part. Like, even though I know I'd be destroyed, it's like, I want that. I don't want to be destroyed. I don't deserve that. I love myself. And I have to say, this person actually helped me love myself because I think there were some wounds, you know, from childhood with a learning disability and just all the way through my life and my family dynamics and stuff. So I think the dark night of the soul might have made me appreciate being a blonde even more, or just being a beautiful woman and accepting that I'm an old, ugly woman, but at the same time, I can be a beautiful, old, ugly woman. There's kind of contradictions within life, you know? And I've gotten really skinny because I was under so much stress. But, you know, and I don't have my neck covered up. Maybe I should, and I'll see about that. But I'm like just trying different styles, and just, it's kind of exciting. You know, the movie's going to come out. I'm going to start editing. And so I'm excited about editing. And I got up really, really early because I was hungry. And yeah, 3:30 in the morning. I talked to my sister about all this. The secret relationship I was having with a long distance, what do they call it? Long distance relationship or something like that. The silver color is kind of interesting. I kind of like it. But I'll just let it go back yellow. I'll take the spray off. It's just temporary spray. So you guys that have watched for years, I mean, how sweet is that? That's just so freaking cool. I don't know I don't feel like anybody's watching. So it doesn't matter. God's watching, and that's what matters. And then later on, maybe somebody will watch it. Somebody will find it. So let's see. Where's my walking shoes? I'll put on some walking shoes. These are okay to walk in. They're very comfortable, but they're a little high. And since we're going around, the neighbors are going to be like, oh my God. Yep, they're going to be like, what the hell is she doing? One day she comes like little Miss Librarian with no makeup and a frumpy outfit. Another time she comes in feminine and glam. But, you know, girls will be girls, right? Girls will be girls. Okay, here we go. Girls will be girls. Jojo, hi. Oh, you're going to give me a kiss. Oh. Is that sweet? Beanie's been through so much. God, because Erica was stressed out about having to shave her head. What in God's name? Can you imagine? This is a sick fuck that would even traumatize somebody like that. But my psychic, I said, I think it's because I insulted the friends, you know, and they don't take, these powerful people don't take insults lightly. And so they were saying, oh, you think that our wives are frumpy dumpy? Guess who's going to get to be frumpy dumpy? You. So he's part of them, you know, they are hive mind. And so that the psychic said that was true. So I don't know. I don't know if it was because I needed humbling or because, oh, sorry, Benny, or because it was revenge. But, I mean, in your own home, and you say a comment, it's like, they were frumpy dumpy. Not that, there's nothing, it's just, from the world that I come from, you put a little, like, you have a little sex appeal, a little glam. You don't just, it's all right. It's all right. Okay, I love him. I love him. He just had his breakfast. Oh, yeah. I love him. His little tail's wagging. Look at that tail. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Oh, kisses. Oh, kisses. That's nice. Oh, yeah. I said, He's so cute. He's so cute. Okay. So... So I feel much better being light. Light hair reflects the light, makes me feel younger because I had blonde hair when I was younger. It just makes me feel better. And Len said it's like taking your power back. So it feels good to feel empowered. And, you know, I liked being able to kind of talk with people, you know, by not being blonde. But if I'm a powerful woman, then why do I need to pretend like I'm not, you know, to please a man who is powerful and needs me to be humble and meek because he needs a woman to submit himself. If you have a truly powerful guy, he doesn't need you to submit. He just accepts that you're powerful and he is too. So that's just how I feel about it. Let's see, baby. They're working on the yard back there. Here's the flag. I love the flag. I love the Q team. I love the flag. I love the people that are saving the world. I might not agree with all of their philosophies. See, my thing is that in the Bible it says, in your meekness you shall have glory. Well, then it comes like, well, how meek? How meek is meek? For me, you know, wearing rhinestone jewelry and, your waist exposed and boobs hanging out and, you know, big hair and, you know, like, so meeking it up would be like, this would be meek right here. But for somebody else, this would be trying to show off. It's all relative. And over in, you know, Iraq, you have to wear a turban on your head or a turtle, like tablecloth wrapped around tightly with your face peeping out, as I said before. And some places, you know, you have to wear the entire bedspread with a little peep for your eyes. I mean, it's like, how meek is meek? You know, dye your hair brown, no makeup, frumpy male outfit, or very modest. It's like, where is the creativity there? Well, creativity, you're trying to be God. This is too far. So does that mean if you have a fancy car, you know, you're God, or you have artwork, like I said? So I'm a little bit, and just because it's written in a book, you know, and says this is the word of God, well, there are other books. Well, this is the holy one, the only holy one. Everything else, so every song that God inspired is not a holy song, and other inspired poems, movies. So all of these, nothing is as important as the book. So who decided that? Well, man, and man wrote the books because God doesn't have a hand. He's a spirit. So it had to be interpreted through the man that wrote it. Now, women didn't write in the day. So I just think that women need to write about God, and we need to value. It's like the patriarchal system. Women cannot speak in the church. Women cannot speak in the church, and they cannot be pastors of the church. Why not? Why can't they christen the babies and visit the dead people and speak the word of God? Because they have a vagina? Maybe they're past childbearing years, or maybe they weren't called to have children. It's like the world isn't going to die out because some women take on other positions. I think this is really cool with this couple. They're older. There's a lot of older people in our community, including myself, 60 years old. Yes. So I do have my face tape back on, and it does show. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I remember she was actually a satanically mind-controlled man that posed as a woman on YouTube called Trisha Paytas. And she let her extensions. Oh, there's a big doggy. Oh, there's a big doggy. There's the woman. Oh, now you don't bark. You don't do that. No, you don't. Okay, we're going to take our shoes off so we can feel the grass on our feet. Oh, that's nice. I still crave the attention and the affections of this guy that I was in love with. You can fall in love with somebody and never met them on the internet and communicate with them frequently and build a relationship and get feelings and even experience sexual pleasure with them both in your minds, or at least in yours. And if it's not a match and it's not a go, it's not gonna be good for either one of you to be together, even if you want it intellectually. So this woman's so sweet. She saw me last time all frumpy with brown hair, and she's got beautiful hair. Beautiful. My hair was about like that, maybe a little longer, kind of silky, and I made it light. The only difference is hers is really light. I think she was a natural blonde. She doesn't recognize me, I don't think. Let's go over and see her. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Do you recognize me? I was the one with that hood on the other day.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
of course. I look so different.
I know.
Pretty outfit.
Thank you. This guy that I was dating didn't like femininity, or he didn't like glamour, and he liked it. And so I just...
I hope he's an ex-friend.
Thank you. Yeah, I know. I cut off my hair. So I put some hair extensions in to try to get some hair back. But, I shouldn't have done that. Your hair is so beautiful.
You should never... When guys tell you that you need to change something.
It's religious. They think that women should be submissive, and that if you're trying to be glamorous or beautiful, that you're trying to be God. It's like because you're sexy, or because you dress up, or you put on makeup, or you wear something sexy.
Yeah. No, I have a fundamental problem with that.
Yeah, all women, we don't like being dumbed down and told to be like, why should you cut your hair? Because you're trying to be God? No, because God gave you glorious hair.
And not ever for somebody else anyway. You want to cut your hair because you feel...
Yeah, but if a woman wants to, but when a man forces you to and pressures you to, there's something seriously wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Can I show you to my friends? Because you're so beautiful. Here, let's see. Here she is.
Oh,
and
hi. There's your friend.
There's just a few people that I vlog, and I send it up. Like right now, I don't even know, maybe 2 people are even looking. My sister, I send it to, and my best friend who was a ballerina, and I send videos, and maybe some others. I really don't know who's looking.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple more.
Whoever is looking.
Whoever's looking,
hello.
Yeah. I met her when I had a kind of a frumpy outfit on it. She didn't even recognize. I know. Well, if we put, like you grew your hair out. If you dyed it brown, I had mine bleached, but it was my own gray was kind of like, it made me look harsh because it was so dark, and so
Good. Well, you look pretty. I love your outfit.
Thank you so much. I feel so much better, honestly. I feel so much more authentic to myself. You
Yeah.
know, the other was a fake, phony meekness that wasn't really me. And I mean, while I enjoyed the luxury of its comfort, I didn't like the way I
But
felt.
that's
Like,
not what. Yeah, that's not what it's all about.
right,
You know, you have to feel good about yourself when you're with the person.
right, exactly.
And furthermore, they have to just support you with whatever.
With who you are, instead of trying to change you into.
They have to support you 100%.
You know, I think this person had kids and didn't want their kids, you know, to be disrupted. And I think I never would have fit. I know my psychic called me and said, and he wanted me to shave my head.
Oh, come on.
I swear to God. And I was like, that's when I was like freaking out, because he said, we're going to have kids, we're going to have a life. And I'm just like, and I'm too old to have kids anyway, but you know, I wanted to believe that he was going to love me, and I would do anything to have that love. That's how desperate I was. And my friend who's a psychic said, I'm having these dreams about you. Don't do it. And thank God she called me, because I was getting a lot of pressure and I wanted the love. So can you believe the insanity of that?
Well, looking back, I'm sure you realize how crazy this was.
Yeah.
But at the time when you were with the person,
Well, it sounds like,
well,
I also thought, you know, I made a movie about child sex trafficking and about the medical tyranny of the hospitals, and also the corruption of the CIA in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, maybe they're requiring, he's very powerful. He and his team are requiring me to do that, kind of be like Britney Spears, to capture the world's attention, to say, oh, look, this person's serious, they've been injured, and they're talking about these things. So that's why I justified it and say, but why can't a woman come out and speak about these things and be an older 60-year-old woman that's a little phony, a little fake, a little glam, but still decent, you know?
Yeah.
And I wasn't necessarily decent. I was a little over the top, you know? I was like too glamorous, but I love your hair, that you let yourself be beautiful, you know? And I was like, wow, she lets her hair just be so glorious. And so many women go, I'm older, I can't have glorious hair. How dare I? Why? Where is it written that we get to be a certain age and we have to dumb ourselves?
Oh, I know.
And do people pressure you and kind of shame you for it, or not?
Oh,
Never.
I
Not
wouldn't be with somebody.
you wouldn't be around somebody that did that.
No,
Uh-huh.
it's just not me.
Nobody's ever said, well, when you get to be a certain age, you better just.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a
But you're very
I'm
natural.
a
See,
free spirit.
yeah,
and
you don't
stuff.
see. You could really glam it up if you wanted to. You got
Oh,
all.
and I do.
Sometimes-
I do.
sometimes
Maybe just going to the park.
Right, right. But where sometimes you get dressed up and you put on makeup and you. Right,
Of course.
right.
Of course.
See,
I put on makeup
yeah.
when I go out.
And look at your
I
nails.
always
See,
put
your
on-
nails are pretty. It's
Well,
like,
they're just natural.
well,
but-
you're not. Look at mine are little nubs. I don't have it genetically. But
I mean,
I wore fake nails for the longest time. You're blessed. You're blessed. But
But no. When I go out, for lunch or dinner, I have a lot of friends,
yeah.
and I do, myself.
And you know what's great is as we get
good,
older, we can
stuff,
still. We don't have to go. Well, it's not like I was while I was 20, so I
Yeah.
can't try to wear makeup, or I can't try to. You know what I mean? Like to do the best I can at my age and still put on. Not that I'm trying to attract a younger man, but
It's okay, but it's okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. You see the doggies coming?
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm so
Well,
glad I got to talk with you.
You're
And
too young to have
I'm
somebody
60.
put you through that.
60. He's 62. He's my
Wait.
exact same age.
Oh, but you don't look 60. That's
Well, I got the tape on. It helps, but it's still fake, you know. And it's like the bleached hair.
Whatever
Yeah,
it takes,
whatever
you
whatever
know.
makes us feel good. I mean, it's like
Exactly
even
right.
if we're fake, who cares? That's
You
our
look
real fakeness, you know. It's like,
I thought you were like late 30s.
oh, you sweet darling. Well, oh, you're.
really did.
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
making
Ah,
I
I love her. I love her. My new friend. You're so fun. Well, you know, it's how we feel inside, right? If we,
do you think I am?
I don't know. I really don't
Well,
know.
have a wild guess.
I have no idea. Your hair is amazing. You're amazing. You're beautiful.
Let's see.
Don't do that, Beanie. Sorry. Hi. How are you guys? He just gets excited. He gets excited.
Yes.
Tell your age. Tell us.
Well, in November, in November, I'm going to be 80.
This to me is what a beautiful 80, it's like wholesome, natural, free, sexy, because she didn't crop off her hair to be meek and mild
No.
and put it in a bun. It's like it's flowing
I tell you,
freely.
if
It's all the way down here.
If I live to be 100,
Yeah, they're not going to crop.
I'm not going to.
Well, I said, why does a woman have to put her hair up? Where is it said that your hair is a shameful thing?
No.
And in these worlds, if you got beautiful hair, you're trying to be God. And it's
Well,
like
and
at any age, why?
The other thing is, if you get to what's a certain age anyway? Somebody says,
Like some people
you
think
get to a
30's
certain
old.
age,
Some people think 30's
no,
old.
There's no, in my book, there's no such thing as a certain age.
Yes.
And people think that then you have to sort of wear black clothes,
Right.
or dowdy clothes.
Right.
or
He was wanting
I mean,
in their meekness.
If I go out, I mean, I'm not as glamorous as you, but I've come close to it.
Yeah, I
So,
bet. You're beautiful. I said when I saw I said, she's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
I-
She's gorgeous.
I come close to it.
Yeah. And I push it, I was an entertainer in show business.
I can see that.
Yeah, and so this is like more simple. I also make movies and work in and so I work in an art gallery, so I kind of do artistic crazy stuff. But I don't think God looks at me and goes, well, you're trying to outshine and you're trying to get glory for yourself. And what's wrong even with getting glory that you can shine it back upon if you get glory, let's say,
there's
from
nothing wrong
fame,
with that.
and then you expose medical tyranny and things that are corrupt in the government from before, and you use your voice and your glamour and use it to an advantage, then what's wrong with that?
Exactly.
If you're doing it to say, I just
What-
am going to take another selfie, then it's no good. It's no good to just be like me, myself, and I. But if you're doing it to say, hey, there's problems in the world, let's focus on those problems,
Yeah.
then there's nothing wrong with
and use whatever God-given talent you have
right.
to impart that on other people. And I think
Right.
that's perfect.
And
not,
it's like-
not everybody has that.
And if you
gift.
if we wad up our hair, it does take away from our beauty, because women are given hair as a gift from God. Why do you need to wad it up?
Well, wear it up or down, but that should still be your choice.
Right, if they want to, right, but they shouldn't be made to.
Oh gosh.
And or make them cut it or wad it up or put it back. How
Never.
dare you be immodest?
Never.
Or wear a burqa or those tablecloths where they tie it around their neck like little turtles,
Get that.
and peep out from their masks. It's a shaming patriarchal man thing that want to put women down and keep their power
Exactly.
down, and and they're jealous of their beauty because their hair falls out,
Yeah.
and so they go, well, you
You
can't
know,
have beauty if I
Here's been my experience since I'm a little older. My experience has been that men that do that
are
are basically insecure,
yes,
because the ones that are strong and
Yes.
have their own identity,
they don't need to dumb their
they
women
don't
down.
have that exactly. They don't have the need to tell you what to do and control your life, because they're confident enough in themselves that they just support whatever it is you want to do, and not what they feel you should do.
This person
That's
that
ridiculous.
when they're in a real position of extreme power,
Yeah.
they're not an isolated person unto themselves. They kind of like Princess Diana, let's say. She had to consider what she did and how it would affect the whole country.
Yeah.
So people of this magnitude, they don't have freedom like you and I. Because they're used. They're used, and they lose freedom weirdly. Even though they rule over the people, they lose freedom. And so,
But
they have to worry about the powerful woman coming in, because they have to make sure that the power for the country is controlled. And a woman could come in and turn it all upside down. So I think that's where that stems from.
But here's the thing: it's a certain personality that takes on that role. Like your ex-friend,
Yes.
he is a certain personality
Yes.
that lends itself to what you just described. So was Diana. She
Yeah.
had a certain personality.
Yes.
Maybe you couldn't do it. Maybe I couldn't. Or
Right.
would want to.
Right.
But
I don't think she enjoyed it. I don't think having people tell you where you're going to go, what you're going to do, how you're going to do
Oh,
it,
who
when you're
likes-
going to do it with, and how
who
you're going to do it.
likes that?
Yeah, nobody likes that. It's
where's
not
your personal freedom?
where is freedom. But the people that are chosen by God, like Christ to do his function, or Noah to build the ark, or Moses to bring the thing, or Princess Diana, or whoever, to be in these positions, they do have to sacrifice a lot, you know?
They have no personal life whatsoever.
Yeah. So they sacrifice a lot. We have to be grateful for the ones that do service for us. I think that's, you know, and to say, well, they have to be like a normal man. Well, they're not normal, you know? They make sacrifices. But I so much appreciate you talking with me and my friends here, because some people are like, no, and you know, and that's fine. But you're very,
Enough, I don't care.
well, you're very loving too, to share with everybody and to share with me.
What's your name?
Erica.
Erica, Monica.
Monica.
Yes.
Awesome. And little Beanie.
Beanie, the cutest little ever.
And your little cuteness. Oh, yeah.
That is Sparky.
Oh, the cuteness. What do you think, huh?
Sparky, hey.
What do you think? He wants to go see that doggy over there, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it is?
He doesn't like it.
Oh, he doesn't like it, but he wants to see
Tell
it.
him off.
Yeah.
Why is he in your car, right? You're going to tell him not to be
Is
in
that
your
right,
car.
Sparky?
That's what it's all about.
Is that right, Sparky?
Walking a little
Can you
bit
see
so
this?
he gets some exercise. Well, I'll see you again.
All right,
Come
yeah.
here.
I come very frequently, and I love talking to you.
Okay. Have a good day.
You tell me your name again.
Monica.
Monica.
Bye, Erica.
Bye.
Dee.
Bye. That was so great. I love talking to her. She's so pretty. Yeah, we don't have to pull our hair back. What? God gave us hair. Where is it? He goes, well, I'm going to give them this hair, but they got to wad it up. They got to wad it up. They got to be meek. What? So if women have to wad their hair up, do men have to shave their heads? It's like, this doesn't make sense. It's illogical. And if it's not reasonable, and people just go, well, it was written in this book. So a man wrote thoughts about God. Are they infallible? Are they perfect? But it's the perfect word of God. Yeah, but could the man have put his own tainted views of his time period? Women used to they had no power. They had no words. They had no voice. They had no property. They couldn't vote. They couldn't, if the husband died, they were a beggar on the street. There was nothing. Women had nothing. And men kept them that way. Couldn't be in the church. Couldn't do this. You're owned. You're owned by your husband. You must be meek and submissive. You must submit to your husband. You can't say no to sex to your husband in these worlds. So there you have it. There you have it. Gorgeous. The grass is really cool on my feet. There's lemons from the lemon tree, wherever. There's lemon trees around here. I don't know where that lemon came from, but. And you get close, you almost have love, and then it doesn't quite work out. And there's definitely a world and friends that you had as a result of them, and connections and the titillation, and there's a loss. I mean, any way you look at it, the possibility of love is so, it just fills your life with, it makes me want to cry, really. It fills your life with hope and beauty and majesty and everything good. But if you just let go and you say, okay, I don't have that now, but I will if I have faith with the right person. If you have the fantasy of that and it's really not right, it may be a titillation because it's what you're imagining it could be. And some of that person is good and right and is a match. But if it's not all a match, it's going to be very excruciating. And so I just, it's emotional. It's emotional. I've been through the emotional ringer with this guy. I mean, I was willing to shave my head. I was this close to doing it. I was practicing with like a pink skull cap type shirt on there that looked like I was bald, and I was getting the razor, and I even cut my finger. Right here, you can see. Can you see the cut? I cut my finger with the razor trying to practice. I was so mad and upset that I should even have to shave my head. Well, any woman, I mean, even cancer victims get upset, because they have to lose their hair. And I have nice hair, as you can see. I don't need to. It wasn't like falling out in patches. And I don't know, for whatever reason, he was doing that. It's the most bizarre thing. I don't know if he didn't really want to continue the relationship and was trying to do something to make it, sabotage it, so that I would just drop it. Maybe that's what it was. Probably. Well, just say, I'm not feeling it. I said I wanted it, but I changed my mind. We have a right to change our mind. But the psychic said that this person is truly sadistic. I mean, you know, I've heard about this. When I was a dancer, there was a girl, and she had this big koi fish on her back. Huge. She was gorgeous, really young, really, really pretty, with a gigantic tattoo of a koi fish. And I said, that's such an angry koi fish. Such an angry tattoo. It was like, oh! You know, it was like the angriest koi fish, scariest koi fish you ever saw. Hi. How are you? Yes. Well, most of the time, if it's big, but yours is about his size, so I don't think he'll be scared. He's only scared of big dogs. Hi, dear sweetheart. Hi, dear sweetheart. Oh, baby. Hello. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you.
Oh, Sugar.
Oh, yes. Is this your name Sugar?
Yeah.
I had a dog as a child named Sugar.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, my.
Yes.
Good cute dog.
Thank
Very
you.
cute.
Thank you.
See you later, doggy.
Bye. Cool shirt. Your jungle tiger shirt.
Oh, yeah. We're around the house.
Right?
Everything.
But it's got a little fashion to it. Little style. What was I going to say? Okay, so back to the koi fish. So there's this tall, thin brunette. Hello. And so I said, you know, we were eating, and I said, I was talking to her down from the bench, and I said, that's a really interesting tattoo. And she goes, oh, it has a really interesting story. And I'm like, oh, tell. And she goes, well, I got this a modeling agency, and they said, we want to send you on this thing, but it's a real extreme request, and you know, but you're going to get like, I don't know, it was like, was it $10,000 or $15,000 for a week? And the guy's kinky, and he wants to spank you, and might have been more than that. I don't know. It was a lot of money. I don't know if it was for a week. I think it was for 4 days, maybe. I can't remember the length of time, but it was a certain amount of time, and you got spanked. So she said she did it. She wanted the money. Might have been more, might have been less. I can't remember. It was a lot of money. It sounded like a lot to me at the time. Come on, Bean. But when you hear what she had to do, so go on, Beanie, go, jump, 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 jump. So come on, jump, 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 go, go, go. So, there we go. So she flies across the United States to New York. I believe it was to New York. She was in California. She flies there. The guy comes. She's on a rack. She gets spanked for like days. She can't, when she's done, she can't sit down for, I think, 2 weeks or a week. She was really severely, almost like, you know, like really severely. Yeah. And so she was like, oh my God. So then they called her again. They said, he wants to do it again. Oh, so she says, but she wanted the money, and the pain had to kind of stop. And she goes, well, it was manageable. I'll do it again. She really wanted the money. $10,000. Maybe it was 15, 20. I don't know. It was a lot. Maybe it was 100,000. I don't know. The guy had a lot of money. And she goes, I want that money. I'll just bite the bullet, and I'll just do it again. So she goes back, and again, the same thing. Just no matter how much I screamed, no matter how much I begged, no matter how much I cried, he just would hit me harder. So I was like really, really, really black and blue, damaged, and I'm healing. I'm watching TV, and all of a sudden on the TV is remember the Angel of Death, Kevorkian is his name. The Angel of Death. He got sentenced to death for euthanizing humans. Well, it was his attorney that was the same guy that was spanking her. Small world. But yeah, you just think, what kind of person? But people that are under a lot of pressure sometimes vent through their sexual, perversions, if you will. And it gets going too far, it gets out of hand. So, so, I mean, I had gone like that where I sexualized my emotions. I got frustrated, and then it would turn into sexual feelings, or I'd get frightened, or I'd get upset, and then I'd, I would experience it as sexual pleasure. My pain pleasure, because as I've talked with before, pain and pleasure are kind of two birds with one stone, meaning they're back to back. So when you want and you're hungry and you're thirsty for sex, it's passion, it's pain. Sometimes it's extreme pain and you need extreme release. So in the same with pain of life and emotion. So your brain kind of goes, it's like, like women that compulsively overeat, they're in pain, so they compulsively overeat, and then it's kind of like the brain's kind of weird how it will use other things to cope. Food, spending, promiscuity. Let's see. Okay. So there's a part of me that's kind of a little kinky, and gets off on this kind of stuff and enjoys it. And they said 60%, I was talking about this before, 60% of women do like to be spanked. But a little dominance, a little slap here or there, like on the rump, little pats or grabbing, whatever, kind of dominant stuff. That's just the masculine submissive, as I said before. So we're back home. Come on, Bean. We're back home. And I'm relieved that I don't have to shave my head. I'm relieved that I don't have to compromise myself. I wanted that, there was a part of me that was like, ooh, this is going to be exciting. This will be interesting. Because you see, after you have this kind of trauma, then you have the let's kiss and make up, emotion. So you kind of have this trauma bond, and you have this emotional thing of this creepy thing that you've experienced together. And it kind of appeals to people that are into drama, so it kind of appealed to me. But the reality of it, just like anal sex, the reality of anal sex is hemorrhoids. I mean, I don't care what you say, it's not designed for that. And it'll change the structure of your body, going in a wrong place and stretching out the skin. It's like a purse that's, a certain width to put your hand through, and all of a sudden, you mess with it. It doesn't have the same elasticity. Not to get graphic or anything, but so that's what's happening here. They are building in the back, as I showed you before. We'll look real quick. Let's see what they're doing. They filled it in. There was a pond with the pussy willows, and now it is the ginormous. Can you see this thing? They filled it all the way up. It's like, this is a lot of building. It's just torn it up, pulled out the trees, pulled out the pussy willows. Ducks were dead. It's kind of upsetting. Come on, Beanie. He likes to get the kitties food. Feels nice to. Well, how great to talk with that woman. 80. Did she say 80? She looks great. Her hair's so pretty. And if she was with a dominant man that went to church, said, pull your hair up, bitch. Let's make it up. You don't have that flowing light hair flowing down. No. Put it in a nice tight bun. No little clips, no ribbons, no bows. You be submissive and you make it up. And then God smiles on you. Does God smile on her more with her hair wadded up and ugly as he does with her glorious? Some people believe that she has to find her glory in God only, not in the physical world. But if God created the physical world and he created the magnificent birds, why would he expect you to be meek if he made the birds and the lions and all of the gorgeous flowers and everything glorious in the physical? Why would he expect you, because you're a certain numbered age, to suddenly become meek and mild? And because somebody wrote it in a book, is that really? I mean, it's like, is the Bible the only anointed book of truth? Is my voice maybe the voice of God and the truth? Possibly. Is he channeling through me? He channeled through that person and wrote the book. Is he channeling me through me now? Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Anyway, deeper love here reporting for duty for God. I am in service to God. And yeah, it's a good thing. Love you guys. Bye.